everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa, a Jasmine's Queen. I want to shout out Corey Joe because this brother had sent me an amazing intro and I love playing it. The sound, the beat, everything is off the chain, honey. The sound, the beat, everything is just amazing. And I just want y'all to hear it. The way he broke it down, I'm like, this is something else. Shout out to that amazing brother who has amazing content. Here we go. Here we go.
Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this vibe. Real tough, no cutter, just a truth and lie. She been through the fire, now she beat that flame. Laughed through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, but it he'll begin. She break it down real, never play pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons to the lens.
Shout out to Corey Joe for the damn thing. Shout out to Corey Joe. Now, he also sent me a longer rendition. I hope I'm saying that word correctly. He sent me a longer one, and I'm trying to see if this is the one. Okay, this might be the one. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Here's the longer one. Here's the longer one.
Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this vibe. Real tough, no cutter, just a truth and lie. She been through the fire, now she feed that flame. Laughed through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, but he'll begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons in the lens.
He got a sister coming in and singing the rap. Nice.
Came from the store, she built from the scars. Turned all them L's and twists to Mars. Ain't here to preach, just here to relate. She done felt in the dust, now she shifting the fate. Every slip was set up for her next prize. Natural poor truth with a joke on the side. No filth, no fluff, just soul in the mix. Every story got a gem, every laugh got a fix. She where you at from heartbreak to hustle. From crying in the dark to finding the muscles. So if you watch it, fellas, open your ears. Cause the realest lessons come wrapped in them tears. Take these different lessons, you gon' feel this vibe. Real tough, no cause just the truth and lies. Been through the fire, now she feed that flame. Laugh through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, where the hill begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens. She say how it is, no shook, no mask. Might ghost you in love, but it's all gon' last. It's like but with a side to grace. She a voice in your ear when the world's in your face. So laugh if you won't, cry if you need. But one thing for sure, you gon' take it. Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed in the ground. The truth in the chest, and the head still proud.
And the hair still proud. Shout out to Corey Joe. Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio. Brother content is always fire. Y'all, please, when you get time, rock out on his brother channel. Like and subscribe to his channel. Nothing but fire, honey. Shout out to Corey Joe one more time, 1000 Watts Radio. Okay? Let's get into the foolery. Good morning, 18. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Johnson. How are you? Let's get into the nonsense. The title of this foolery today is Allentown City Hall. This is Allentown, PA. Right next to me, okay? Right next to me down here in South Jersey. Allentown, PA, City Hall employee Latarsha. I thought it was Latarsha, but somebody corrected me and said it's Latarsha Brown planted the noose on her desk. Now, y'all know I was going to get the word correctly. It's hard to pronounce some of these names. Okay, my name is not like this. Okay, so it's hard to pronounce some of these names. Okay, some of y'all mamas need to do some correction. Okay, some of y'all mamas been wilding out because why do you name the child name that hard? Latarsha should have been better. Okay, but there's no hate. There's no hate. There's no hate. Okay, there's no hate. There's no hate. I can't pronounce the name correctly. Latarsha, Latasha, Latara. Anyway, let's get into the nonsense. So she came to work. Okay, this is why government officials have badges. This is why government officials have badges that let them on certain floors and even your workplace. But I don't know how she forgot that part right there. Okay? I don't know how she forgot that part right there. Okay? Greenby said, come on now. I was trying. I was trying. I'm sorry. I was trying. I can't pronounce her name. Y'all know I'm not good with names anyway. So y'all forget that you have these badges that let you on certain floors. You also forget that the government buildings have cameras, but yet you thought you were going to get away with it. Okay, so you put this noose on your desk. You had all these people marching outside of City Hall. Do anybody recall this? She had all these people marching outside of City Hall saying this is racist, all this stuff. So now the police department asks, can we get DNA samples from everybody who work on this floor? Now, when they asked Miss Brown, she said no. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give my DNA sample. So now they had to get a court order. They got a court order and found out it was her DNA that was on the noose, that she the one who did this mess. Okay, so now check this out. She asked them to stop the investigation when they started getting asking for DNA samples. She asked them. Now this is all alleged, but you're gonna hear the chief get in here and explain it. But she asked them to stop in the midst of them doing the investigation, and they started asking for DNA. She asked them to stop the investigation. Now, if somebody put a noose on your desk, right? Why would you ask them to stop the investigation? Why would you ask them to stop the investigation? Wouldn't you want to find out who put the noose on your desk? You wouldn't want to find that out? Now listen to me. I'm going to share something with you. Take Heed is not a content creator that get up here and say that does not happen. Racism doesn't exist. I'd be lying if I said that. But when y'all make up shit, it makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? It makes it worse when y'all make up shit. So now we look crazy. You know what I'm saying? He would never tell you that racism doesn't exist. I have encountered racism myself. So I would never tell you that it doesn't exist. But I will tell you, y'all got to stop making up shit. That's what I will tell you. It's enough nonsense in the world that it will happen to you one day. You got to stop making up shit. Okay? Let's get into the foolery. Okay, let's get into the foolery. So one of my brothers that I follow on social media, okay, I follow this brother, but he has the harshest words for everybody. Do you hear me? Some of his stuff be wildin'. Okay, some of his stuff be wildin'. Okay, shout out to Ace Smarts. Okay, some of this brother stuff be wildin'. His content is crazy. Okay. Thank you to everybody who tuned in this morning. I greatly appreciate y'all. Onika, I see you. How are you? So I want y'all to hear what this brother says. So y'all know they got a rally coming in DC. They're gonna be marching April 5th. Okay. And this is what he gotta say. Now listen, take heed to the message does not support violence. I don't support any type of violence. Okay. I want you to also understand that this brother right here, hey Star, how you doing, baby? This brother right here, he gets indignant at times. Okay. So take heed doesn't support the full message, but I want you to I want you to hear what he had to say. Here we go.
So let me get this straight. You stupid motherfuckers about to go march again, huh? April 5th, I'll be there. I'll be there. And I'm gonna talk to your motherfucking congressman and ask them why the fuck they marching. Could somebody tell me why the congressman marching? For what? March their ass to the motherfucking building where they can go fucking write legislation. These people have power and they using your dumb ass to walk up and down the street. You thought scratching a Tesla car was gonna motherfucking make it. I hope to God every last one of you motherfuckers get 20 years for doing that shit. I'm going to buy a Tesla this week. And I pray to God this trend still be gone. So I can kick one of your ass on the camera on the fucking car that your broke ass don't know on the damn car. But I can't wait till April 5th to see you stupid motherfuckers marching in D.C. I'm going to have a MAGA hat on and the Department of fucking Common Sense hat on. Like Sherlock Holmes. I can't wait till one of y'all check me about that fucking hat or something. You check the right one. All the dreads gonna be in my face like Chief Key, mouth full of goals, bitch. So let me get this straight.
Shout out to A Smart. I can't with him sometimes, but his content is fire. I can't with him sometimes, okay? His content is too much. Now, there's a young woman named Samantha, okay? And I just found her content this morning. Caucasian sister. I want y'all to hear what she got to say. And this makes so much sense, but a lot of us don't think about this, okay? Here we go. This is what she said.
I want to recognize what a good job the rich white people have done at brainwashing the poor white people. The rich whites have done a wonderful job exploiting the poor whites in an effort to further their narrative and therefore generate more wealth. Like, take racism, for example. The rich white people literally said, if we can convince the poor white people that we're equals and we can keep them hating the black people, then they'll oppress the black people and think that they're equal with us and we won't have to do any work. As fucked up as it is, they killed two birds with one stone and were able to oppress two people at the same time. And the kicker is, this system is sustained by lack of education and ignorance. So the rich white people literally said it pays us to not educate these people. Why do you think it's so hard to get reliable internet access in rural America? Why do the worst test scores come from inner city schools and rural county schools? Why is school funding based off of property taxes? My point is, capitalism exacerbates racism. Why is school funding based off of property taxes? My point is, capitalism exacerbates racism. Today I want to recognize...
That's nasty, ain't it? Ain't that nasty? I'll just leave that right there. I'll just leave that right there, okay? So let's get into the direct foolery, okay? So this woman, Miss Brown, I don't know what she thought she was doing, but she did it, okay? And there's a few people that got some things to say about it, okay? Now, I'm going to play Officer Tatum, okay? Now, everything that Officer Tatum is saying, I don't agree with everything, okay? Only bits and pieces of this video right here. I even told him myself, I'm in his chat, I said, nah, I don't agree with everything, but I understand where you coming from, okay? Shout out to Officer Tatum. Hey, Renee, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. 18, I hope I had greeted you earlier. Okay, let's get into the nonsense. This is Officer Tatum. This is his rendition of this whole debacle. Okay, I hope I said that word right. Okay, he's going to have a commercial first. Let's give it a minute. So, we all got something to say about this woman who planted the noose. Okay. Everybody is thinking of Jesse Smollett. Okay. Everybody is thinking of the situation with Jesse Smollett. I want to share something with y'all, Black America. There's enough real racism that is going on, okay, that we don't need no fake racism, okay? There's enough going on that we don't need fake. You know those two twins who got deleted in the mountain? That's what it is right there. You see that? You see that? How those two twins got deleted in the mountains. That right there, okay? We don't need fake racism. We don't. We don't need fake racism. It's enough shit that goes on in here that we don't need y'all to put fake there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And a lot of the stuff that Officer Tatum is going to say, like I told y'all earlier, I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything. But I want y'all to hear what he said. Here we go.
Marsha, what are you doing? Racism is so unpopular and not prevalent in the United States of America that people have to make up hate crimes.
When black lives are under attack, what do?
Since Friday, Allentown police continue to investigate an item resembling a noose found on a city employee's desk.
A few moments later,
Ms. Brown's DNA matched the DNA profile obtained from the swabs of both the outer surface and inner knotted portion of the noose.
This video is brought to you by Incogni. Ladies and gentlemen, your personal information is being sold and published online without you even knowing about it. Now, let me tell you about how my experience with this is as being an influencer. My address is on the market, the phone's on the market, emails on the market. I mean, people are coming after me all the time. And thank God for Incogni, I can get this stuff removed from these websites that are literally siphoning my data in order to sell my content. But it's definitely happening, and more so with somebody like me, but you're still in danger of having your stuff compromised. Look at how many phone calls you get every day. Look how many text messages you get. Look how many unsolicited emails. That's because they're taking your data and they're publishing it for people to use it, okay? Incogni will send on your behalf, and this is why I love them. They'll send on your behalf data protection law compliance requests to all companies to remove your information from their database. And it's very quick and easy to set up. But I want to show you guys this one thing is the dashboard. This is where the game changes, because anybody can tell you we're doing this with your data and we're removing this and doing this. And I want to see a graph. I want to see something that I can tangibly see that you're doing with my data. So here's my video editor. He volunteered to do this and put his data in because mine would be astronomically crazy. But he put his data in there, and this is how much an average person that works an average job, this is how much is being compromised of his data and how.
Please forgive me. I have to play the video of him doing the commercial because I'm using his content. So that's why I'm playing the commercial, y'all. Let's continue. Here we go.
Incogni is removing. It would have taken him 270 hours to do what Incogni has done behind the scenes without him doing a single thing. So use code Tatum at the link below and get 60% off an annual plan. That's incogni.com/Tatum or hit the link below. Ladies and gentlemen, again, for all of you people out here that's silly enough to think that America is this racist country where white people are putting nooses everywhere, racism is so unpopular and not prevalent in the United States of America that people have to make up hate crimes. If people were doing this on a day-to-day basis, why are people making it up so much? And this fool, Latarsha, what are you doing?
Latarsha.
First of all, your mama should have named you Latarsha. Like, stop naming your kids crazy stuff. Name them something normal.
Latarsha.
Like black people used to name their kids. George Washington Carver, Martin Luther King, okay? Frederick Douglass. Nobody naming their kids Latarsha. Then Latarsha.
He going too far with this because why is your name Tatum though? Do you know what I'm saying? He going too far. I know that's his. I know that might just be his handle on YouTube, but it's just he going too far with the names because You know, those names are way back in the day. Those names he just mentioned is way back in the day. And that's not fair. Now the way y'all had changed these babies' names is wrong though. That doesn't make sense. At least give the baby a meaning, you know, the name meaningful. You know what I'm saying? You could do give a meaning, have the baby have a meaning to the name. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Let's continue. Here we go.
The most embarrassing moment of her entire life, but that's what you get for being a fool. Hey, roll the clip.
When Black lives are under attack, what do?
A call for action and fight for change.
We will not be silenced.
Community members and...
I'm going to stop real quick. Renee, they sold out already, baby. Thank you, though. Let's continue.
Their voices heard in front of Allentown City Hall Monday afternoon.
Just to think that people have to go to work in fear for their lives.
Since Friday, Allentown police continue to investigate an item resembling a noose found on a city employee's desk.
This egregious act is not just an affront to one individual, but it is an attack on the entire community.
Several spoke during a rally calling for transparency, prevention, and an immediate federal investigation among a list of demands. This incident, community members note, is not the first racial discrimination issue City Hall has dealt with. Josie Lopez is a close friend of the victim.
They're always a community leader, always pushing for equality. They might be bruised right now, but they're not broken.
The victim is not being named due to safety concerns.
Our colleague was threatened. This was an act of terror. This was a hate crime.
The purpose of this press conference...
Hold on, time out. Before the police chief get in there, this is the epitome of the American experience.
Okay.
Is people are living and experiencing a complete lie. Some of those people in good faith thought this really happened. And they believe that somebody put a noose somewhere and that this is another example of racism and in American history where we still got to struggle and the white lady get on there with her white guilt. This is uncalled for. That our colleague, this is a hate crime. This never happened. It didn't even happen. You got an emotional reaction about something that never even happened. It's all fake. It's all made up. It's like watching a movie and crying over a character that ain't even real because it's a movie. They made it up. That ain't even a person didn't really even go through that. It's a movie. Roll the clip.
Provide an update regarding the Noose investigation.
Come on, Chief.
I want to take a moment to thank
Wallace,
the following agencies who assisted in this case. The Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Allentown Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, including interviews of persons, analysis of evidence, and consultation with the District Attorney's Office of Lehigh County. As a result of the subsequent investigation, Latarsha Brown was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree, and false reports to law enforcement, a misdemeanor of the 3rd degree.
So Latarsha literally put a noose in her desk.
Wow.
And when they were doing the investigation, Latarsha, after they said, let's do a DNA to see who in the office did this, because these are the only people that have access, everybody said, okay. Everybody acquiesced. They gave a DNA sample so they can prove their innocence, that they had nothing to do with this. Latarsha refused. She was the only person in the office that refused. And then with a court order, they ordered her DNA sample, meaning that she had to give the DNA sample. And then they found that it was her the whole time. Wrote a clip, the news clip, and we're going to talk about a couple other incidents that have happened like this that bolsters my claim that racism is dead and people are literally hovering over a dead body trying to wish it back to life. Wrote a clip.
Now, what he said right there, I don't believe that that's true. Racism still exists. It still does. But the nonsense that I have a problem with is that why y'all faking it? You understand? Why are you faking racism? You understand? There's enough real shit that goes on here that you don't need to fake it by putting a noose on your desk at City Hall. Let's continue. Here we go.
Latarsha Brown was quick to tell police that what she thought was a noose was found on her desk here at Allentown City Hall. But after 2 months of outrage and claims of racism, Brown is now charged with...
So she let this go on for 2 months. She knew she did this nonsense, but she let it go on for 2 months until the police was like, let's do a DNA. Now you're scared, okay? Now you're scared. Now this is the uncomfortable truth. We do have racism. We still do. We still do. It just something just happened to those two twins in the mountains. Okay? Two twins, two black boys. When you say racism, that's what it is right there. That's the line right there. That's the line right there. Nobody could tell me anything different. That they have brought those boys up to the mountain for what? And I bet you it's more than just one of them. Nobody will tell me that. But this guy will be the fall guy. Whoever the guy that they caught so far that's supposed to be a fireman, and he's like what did they say? They say he's a fireman or something like that over there. Nobody will tell me that that's not racism. You know what I'm saying? Two black boys, somebody helped him. He ain't do that mess by himself. Two black young boys, come on now. Young whippersnappers can't run away from people. Ain't no way. So it had to be more than one, but they only got right now the one person. Okay? Ain't no way. Our children don't just go up to mountains on their own like that. So there's no way. Okay? Now that's true racism. But this right here, when y'all do fake shit, then it makes people believe stuff like what Officer Tatum is saying. Okay? Now, still shout out to Officer Tatum because I love his content, but I don't agree with everything that he says. Let's continue. Here we go.
The Noose there herself, the City of Allentown employee who was arrested, accused of concocting a story that she thought was a noose placed at her third-floor desk at City Hall in the Community and Economic Development Office. A picture of the noose was released by the city.
Ms. Brown notified the Allentown Police Department that she discovered what she believed to be a noose on her desk upon arriving at work.
But after reviewing surveillance footage and interviewing fellow city employees, investigators say Brown stopped cooperating with the investigation. Detectives even asked for the 9 employees present in the office for a DNA sample.
Every employee agreed, except for Ms. Brown.
Police say after Brown's DNA...
So when they asked for the DNA, now she's saying, okay, let's not continue the investigation. So now when they ask, this is why these police like, nah, wait a minute. That's why the police chief like, nah, wait a minute. You done had this town in an uproar for 2 months. You have had this town in an uproar for 2 months. Oh my God. Let's continue.
On and inside the Noose, she was charged with making a false report and tampering with evidence, both misdemeanors. Brown also serves on the Allentown School Board.
It was shocking, disappointing, I think is a good way to put it.
Yes.
Allentown's mayor couldn't comment on Brown's employment status with the city, but says he's glad the cloud of suspicion against other employees has been lifted.
It does point out that racism shows up everywhere. It shows up in unexpected ways. And we have a strong responsibility to battle it, and particularly in our workplace, to create inclusive work environments.
Now, Brown is scheduled for a preliminary court hearing on April 22nd. Calls and emails to Brown went unanswered.
I hope they fire that ass. I hope they fire that ass. Yes. You deserve to lose your job. You do. You deserve to lose your job. How do you go back to the city hall after all that lying? After all that lying, how do you go back to city hall?
Calls and emails to Brown went unanswered.
Of course it did, because she made it up. And you know,
Good morning,
what a
underrated
weenie
How are you?
that sits around and says, racism shows up everywhere. Racism is not a prevalent thing in America anymore. And if you're sitting here today in 2025 and you think racism is pervasive, you're a nut job. Or are you looking for stuff to be complaining about? If a white man look at you wrong, now there's a racist.
And there you go. Just like what Green Bean said, crying wolf on the wrong issue. Amen. Amen. Okay. The real Leo says, if you keep playing the boy who cried wolf, nobody gonna eventually believe anything. Okay. Now that's the uncomfortable truth. But both of these people have said this is the truth. There's enough incidents that really happen that we don't have to get in here and do some fake stuff. This is stupid. You had this town in a whole uproar for 2 months and you knew the truth. The thing is, you didn't know they was going to ask you for DNA. You didn't know. You'd have got away with it if they ain't asked you for DNA. You'd have got away with it. You'd have got away with it. Somebody said, nah, you know what? We can't find it out. We don't see on the surveillance. There was no swipes going up to that floor but the employees. Let's do a DNA. Shout out to the person that said, let's do a DNA. Okay? Shout out to the person who said, let's do a DNA test. Oh my God.
You know, like if you get served at a restaurant not to your liking, now it's because you're black. That's the type of racism that exists in America. You get a cop that pull you over, he's a jerk. You think he pull you over and he's a jerk because you're black. Not that he's a bad cop and he treat everybody poorly because he's miserable and he hate his job and he's burnt out. But no, it's because of you, because you're black. They follow you around the store. No, you're in Neiman's, fool. They trying to make a sale. Of course they're going to follow you around to see if they can help you get what you want. But no, you see them following you around because you're black. And then the disingenuous nature of understanding how stereotypes even exist in the first place is another thing that bothers me. Do you know why historically black people in some cases have been followed around the store, especially these small convenience stores? Why? Because they stealing. It ain't because they black, it's because they black. Who cares it's because they black? It's because they in there stealing. And every time a group of black people come in there, they stealing and robbing and thugging. And so then some of these store owners are suspicious and they have to protect their property. They have to protect their inventory because y'all fools can't act like you got no sense. That's why. And if you understand that, you say, okay, I get it. You know, some people still believe that. Let me break the narrative. I'm articulate. I'm smart. I have wisdom. I'm a kind person. I don't follow the status quo of this racist garbage, still complain about white people from hundreds of years ago. And then people.
Now I'm going to share something with you. When he say that people follow you around the store and they're looking for a sale, now I don't agree with that. But what I do when I see somebody following me, I greet them. How are you? How you doing? How you doing today? And then they'll come over. They'll say, I'm doing fine. I say, yeah, I'm just doing a little shopping. I say, you work here? They say, yeah, I work here. I said, okay. I said, baby, listen, I'm too old to steal, okay? Don't worry. And they'll look at me. They say, Mama, wait a minute. That's not it. I said, no, I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know. There's times where you have people that follow you, even in the beauty supply store. I go to the beauty supply store. Maybe I'm going to go get some grease, gel, or something like that. And I'll see the lady follow me. Sometimes, you know what I'll do? I'll say, baby, dude, where's the grease at? I know where the grease at. But I'll say, baby, where's the grease at? Where's the gel at? Can you give me this type of comb? I need a rat tail comb. You know what I'm saying? And they'll get it for me. And they'll go grab the stuff. And I'll say, thank you, baby. And they'll take it up to the window. And they'll say, ma'am, you have a good day. I say, you too. Sometimes you got to use the people that's following you. Baby, I'm looking for some tissue. Do you know where the tissue is? I'm looking for a size 11. You know what I'm saying? And some sneakers, especially Walmart. If you go to a certain Walmart down here, where I live at, people will follow you. Okay, people will follow you. I had a Caucasian woman. I was getting underwears for the girls, right? I had a Caucasian woman looking me down. Okay, I had no bags, nothing. But I was looking at the size of the undies, okay? And so she just was staring. So the kids was looking and like, Mom, what's going on? Why she? I said, she thinks we're stealing. So I leaned over. I said, how are you? How's everything today? She looks at me. She says, do you need help? Baby, I ran that lady, honey. I said, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. You know what I'm saying? And then the kid said, Mom, why is she doing that? And I said, because she thinks we're stealing. She thinks we're stealing. So our oldest daughter said, Mom, but you know, you don't do. I said, it's okay. It's the color, baby. It's the color. That's why I tell y'all to do certain things when we walk into the store. Now, I'm going to share something with you. There's certain things that I tell our children. And only why? Because this is what I learned growing up. Okay? I don't let my kids walk in the store with hoodies on. I don't let them go in the store with their hands in their pockets. Nope, don't do that either. If they have their book bags, I make their book bags. You gotta leave them book bags in the car. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody else should do that, but that's what I do. Okay, and they know it. And they big as our kids are. Like, they look like monsters. They're huge. They're taller than me and their father. So now, except the oldest one. The oldest one, you know, I don't know why. The oldest one is always the shortest one, okay? And she's off in college. But they know that don't do that. As soon as we go, I don't even have to say anything. Because I had trained them from when they were small. So they already, as soon as we go into the grocery store, they taking off the hoods. They got their hood on, they take off the hood. They got their hands out their pocket. They just walk out like it's all good. And I taught them that. I have always taught them that. You know what I'm saying? And so they just continue. Okay? I watched our oldest daughter. We were going into, where were we? I think we were going into Aldi's. She's grown though now. She's grown. Okay? So I really don't have anything to say to her. She's grown. You do what you want, you know? We get in the Audi. She pull that hoodie off. She got that afro flow out real good. And then she take her hands out her pocket, and me and my husband start laughing. He said, the training is serious. I said, yes, the training is serious. Because you have to train them to do certain things. Okay? I'm just letting you know. And also train them to interact with the person who following them. How are you? How you doing today? You know what I'm saying? That's how you break the ice. How you doing today? What's going on? You even have the person who following you. Oh, you know what? I'm looking for a size 7. Okay? I'm looking for a size. They'll help you. You'll get out the store faster. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll even change their mind as well. Okay? But anyway, let's continue.
Getting the thing, okay, black people are not all stupid. And that's what you should be focused on, is saying, okay, they can believe what they want to believe, but I'm going to prove some of these people wrong, because I know a lot of my people cutting up. Let me show other people that not all black people are like that. Not all black people's name is Latarsha Rail, Lamenthal. Y'all be naming their kids all kind of crazy stuff. Let me point out a few of the incidents that bolster the point that I'm trying to make. Jesse Smollett, y'all remember in 2019, that fool was in Chicago, downtown, with negative 50 degrees, talking about some white dudes were down there saying it's MAGA country, N-word. They had a noose and everything. The audacity of somebody to be that stupid to put together a fake hate crime using black people. He paid 2 black dudes to do it. At least you could pay some white dudes to do it. And the reason he can't pay white dudes to do it, because white people ain't nowhere near downtown Chicago and somehow identified a gay.
And when that thing happened with Jesse Smollett, the world had went crazy, because a lot of us liked him on Empire. A lot of us liked him, and we loved their family. You know, their whole family is actors. Like, everybody in here is actors. And so when that whole thing hit, I'm like, what? Why? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to share something with you. Take heed to the message doesn't have any problems with the rainbow community. I don't. The only problem that I have is that when you push it on us. That's the only problem that I have. But I don't have a problem that I want something bad to happen to them. I don't have malice like that in my heart for anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard it, I'm like, why? That doesn't even make. And then when he said Chicago, I was like, why Chicago though? And you know, Chicago is something else. Why Chicago? That's why I was like, something is wrong somewhere. Underrated Darkness says, my late parents taught me that too. I know that's right. I know that's right, sir. Okay? So he lied. Okay, we found out the truth. He used 2 Nigerian brothers. Okay, 2 Nigerian brothers he used to do this nonsense. Oh my God. Let's continue. Here we go.
TV star on a black show. White people ain't watching Empire. And then Bubba Wallace, NASCAR, literally a pulley to pull the garage door down. He talking about it's a noose. What are you gonna hang a chicken in there? Noose was this big. Who's gonna make a noose this big to scare you? The noose is that big one. They can put your actual head in there. These fools, I don't even know how you even tie a noose. I think that 99% of America don't even know how to tie a noose. Anyway, Air Force Academy, preparatory school incident. In 2019, racial slurs were found written on a dormitory message board of 5 black cadet candidates in a U.S. Air Force Academy preparatory school. The investigation concluded that one of the cadet candidates who reported the incident was responsible for the act. All right, yeah.
How you write some racial slurs? This is the bullshit. How do you write some racial slurs, okay, and then turn around and say somebody else did it? You know what I'm saying? This is the nonsense. And this is why y'all make up these situations and real shit really happens. But because y'all got the fake shit coming out first, it look crazy. It look crazy. There's enough stuff that really happens in here. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have to add fuel to the fire. This is dumb. Okay? This is listen, y'all, I kid you not. Shout out to Officer Tatum. I don't agree with everything he's saying, but shout out to Officer Tatum for actually dissecting this nonsense. Let's continue. Here we go.
Let's go to Jasmine. December of 2016, 18-year-old college student in New York City claimed that she was harassed on the subway by 3 men. She alleged that the men shouted Donald Trump and directed anti-Muslim slurs at her. She also claimed that one of the men attempted to remove her hijab. The report gained widespread media attention aimed at concerns over hate crimes following the 2016 presidential election. Investigation showed that Ms. Dum Dum later admitted that she fabricated the entire story. She confessed that she lied to cover up personal issues and to avoid disciplinary actions from her family for breaking curfew. We got 1,000 of these. There was one.
So she lied because she didn't want to get caught. Okay. Excuse me, you loud. I'm sorry, that's the dog. So you lied so you didn't get in trouble with your parents. You lied so you didn't get in trouble with your parents because you were coming in late. So you said, oh, they tried to rip off a job, they did all this stuff. And now, you know, everybody was in an uproar. Like, why would they do that to a young Muslim sister? Everybody in an uproar because you didn't want to get caught being out late doing some nonsense that you ain't have no business doing. And this is the foolery that comes to the forefront. All the foolish stuff comes to the forefront. And the stuff that's really going on gets the back seat. Oh my goodness.
There was he had a bar. Called police. Oh, a bunch of people broke my bar. They scratched N-word or painted N-word. And then this fool got like evidence, cookie crumb trails to his van. And they see some of the material hanging out his van and stuff. And they like, look, can we check the van? Because he claimed they stole TVs, they damaged all of the stuff that was damaged that he claimed was stolen was in his van. All of the paint that he painted all over stuff, the N-word and stuff was all in his van. So he got caught on the spot.
He got caught on the spot. How stupid. How stupid. Okay? How stupid. How stupid. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's continue. Let's get into the full video of Fox 29 Philly news, okay, about this nonsense, okay? You caused all this foolery in Allentown, PA. Now, anybody who live close down here in South Jersey, y'all know certain parts of PA you ain't supposed to go to. Certain parts you ain't supposed to go to, okay? Certain parts of PA you don't go to, okay? They still have sundown towns. Certain parts you ain't supposed to go to. We all know that. But for you to work for the city, okay, you work for the city. Now maybe you have encountered racism stuff and you maybe didn't report it or something like that, but for you to have this town in an uproar for 2 months, in an uproar for 2 months, okay, and your ass was lying, I hope they fire you. I hope they fire you. Don't get mad in here and be like, oh, take heed, you wrong. No, I hope they fire you. Because you had this town in an uproar, okay? Because you wanted to go and lie. When real shit really happens in PA, okay? When real shit really happens in PA, but you gonna go and lie. And so now you had the whole town acting crazy. Like, who would do something like that? Who would do that? Oh my God, who would do that? You had your coworkers looking at each other like they was crazy. And then when they ask you, let's do a DNA test, you get scared. I hope they fire you. I hope you lose your job at the board too. Being on the board as well, the Board of Education. I hope you lose your job too there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And this is the shit that a lot of black people, the ones who got common sense, we get mad about it. Like, why? When it's real stuff that happens to our brothers and sisters, and then y'all come out with some dumb shit. Okay? So let's get into the news. Okay? The news gonna dissect this foolery. Y'all know it's a commercial first. Okay? Nothing but a candle visual sus. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Billionaire, how are you? Okay. Oh, M, I see you as well. I'm done. This is stupid. This is stupid. Shout out to Officer Tatum for speaking his truth. I don't agree with everything Officer Tatum says, but the brother he be getting here dropping those gems, okay? But do racism still exist in America? It does. It does. But why is we selling wolf tickets? You know what I'm saying? Why are we selling wolf tickets, baby? What are we doing? What are we doing? This is stupid. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well if you feel the content. So, listen, let's get into the news.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Roca. I'm the Chief of Police of Allentown. I'm joined at the podium by Captain Steve Bilkovitz and Detective Harold Bonzer of our Criminal Investigations Division. The purpose of this press conference is to provide an update regarding the Noose investigation. I want to take a moment to thank the following agencies who assisted in this case: the Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Allentown Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, including interviews of persons, analysis of evidence, and consultation with the District Attorney's Office of Lehigh County. As a result of the subsequent investigation, Latarsha Brown was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, a misdemeanor of the second degree, and false reports to law enforcement, a misdemeanor of the third degree. As in every criminal case, the fact that a warrant has been issued or a complaint has been filed is merely an accusation. The defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty in a court of law.
I ain't going with the chief. He trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? He trying to be nice. I can't. Once you found her DNA inside the ridges of the doggone noose, I can't. No, we ain't doing that. Nah, we ain't doing that. She guilty. I don't have time for that. That's nonsense. Okay? Now I like whoever this is. I'm not sure who you are, my dear, but I like what you said. Racism will always exist. The way we react to it is what will make things better. Now, I agree with that, honey. I agree with that. Can you imagine? Now, I know you have to say that disclaimer because you're the law, but this you guilty, baby. Once they find the DNA in the ridges of the noose, that's who you know who tied it. Listen, it is what it is. I already made my judgment. This is nonsense. Here we go.
I'm now going to ask Captain Milkovich to provide a summation of this investigation. Good afternoon, everybody. Captain Milkovich, Criminal Investigations Division. On January 10, 2025, at approximately 7:11 a.m., Allentown City employee Latarsha Brown arrived at her office on the third floor of City Hall. At approximately 7:38 a.m., Ms. Brown notified the Allentown Police Department that she discovered what she believed to be a noose on her desk upon arriving at work. Officers assigned to the Community Outreach Unit, Crime Scene Identification Unit, and Criminal Investigations Unit responded, initiating a criminal investigation to identify the individual responsible for placing the noose on Ms. Brown's desk. During the investigation, video surveillance and building access control records were reviewed to identify city employees present on the third floor of City Hall between the time Ms. Brown left for work on the afternoon of January 9, 2025, and her arrival in the morning of...
And that's her problem also, because most government buildings are high tech now. When you go to the floor, you got to scan. Most buildings are high tech now. Even out here in South Jersey, there's certain buildings you can't walk in without somebody scanning their badge. Okay? So now back in the day, it was different. You know, you can walk all through the door. Is that old raggedy door. You get to open up that old raggedy door and shit like that. You get to open up the old raggedy door. You know what I'm saying? But now you got the scan. Everywhere you go, you got the scan. She messed up because it was the scan. Okay? Oh, my goodness. So I see we got a troll already this morning. So, baby, listen, I'm on the phone. That's why you can't see my whole body. I'm on the phone. That's why. 18 don't be playing. 18 do not be playing. 18, be nice now. Be nice. 18, don't be playing. Here we go.
February 10th. Those employees were interviewed. Each was asked if they would provide a buccal swab for DNA testing if needed. Every employee agreed, except for Ms. Brown. Initially cooperative, Ms. Brown later requested that the investigation be discontinued. The noose was...
Why did she say later she want the investigation to be discontinued while she had this city in an uproar for 2 months? She had this city in an uproar for 2 months. She didn't even have to do a noose. She had this city in an uproar for 2 months. But then when they asked for the DNA, she like, no. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Can you imagine? Let's continue. Here we go.
Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab for DNA testing on January 14, 2025. On January 24, 2025, a search warrant was approved by the Lehigh County District Attorney's Office for Ms. Brown's DNA, and a DNA sample was obtained that same day. On January 27, 2025, Ms. Brown's buccal swab was submitted to the Bethlehem Regional Crime Lab of the Pennsylvania State Police for comparison with DNA profiles recovered from the noose. On March 10, 2025, the Forensic DNA Division of the Pennsylvania State Police issued a written report indicating that Ms. Brown's DNA matched the DNA profile obtained from the swabs of both the outer surface and inner knotted portion of the noose after it was taken apart.
Oh my God.
No other person's DNA profiles found on the evidentiary items involved in this investigation. As a result of this investigation earlier today, Detective Harold Bonds of the Allentown Police Department filed charges against Latarsha Brown at District Court 31-2-01 for the criminal offenses outlined earlier by Chief Roca. Thank you.
At this time, we'll take...
All right now. Green Bean says silly shit. Yes, I agree with you, Green Beans. Green Beans, now don't mess up on installing that vent in the bathroom, okay? You know, I don't like you, sir. That's why I always say something mean to you. I don't like you, sir. Make sure you put the vent in correctly, okay? Because, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, sir, okay? I don't trust you. You're supposed to call somebody come do that, okay? Okay? He gonna say, I know. Let's continue. So these people gonna be asking questions. Let's hear it. Let's hear what they say.
Rob?
Yeah, have you guys ever had a case like this in the city?
I'd have to look in our records, but this is one that we were involved in, so to answer your question for me specifically, no. Lindsay?
Can you say anything about the future of her employment with the city?
I can't comment on a personnel matter. This is only a police.
I want to see her fired. The lady said, can you comment on her employment status? I want to see her fired. She need to be fired. And that's a waste of money. That's a waste of taxpayer money. She had those police doing all types of nonsense work, okay? Sherlock Holmes work they were doing, okay? You need to be fired, okay? And then you need to pay for the overtime that it took for those people to get that shit together. Let's continue. Here we go.
Other than the DNA, any other evidence that got you to the bottom of the charges?
Understand that this investigation is active and ongoing, and this is the charges that we put forth today that you're hearing now.
Sorry, did Ms. Latarsha give any idea what the motive might be?
At this point, we're not going to discuss that.
What she said, what would the motive be? To cause a stir, to cause an uproar. Who is in the White House? Who is in the White House to cause an uproar, to cause a stir? Who's in the White House? So we got to have all these isolated incidents that are crazy. Mind you, there's real racism that goes on in the United States. But we got to pay attention to the fake shit. So now when you hear the real shit, you're like, nah, that ain't racist. And it be racism. It be racism. Okay? We got enough shit really going on in here. Okay? And so now here we go. I hope they fire her. Okay? Now let's get on to the next nonsense. Okay? Let's get on to the next nonsense. Now I know some of y'all been getting in here and y'all been like, take heed. You know, President Trump be picking on people and calling people names and this and that and all this stuff like that. Now I'm gonna share something with you. I know that he does. I know that he does. Okay? I know he does. Okay? But who was calling who names first? Now, I know that this is kindergarten shit that I'm about to say. But who was calling who names first, damn it? Who was calling who names first? Okay? Now, I know this is some kid. Don't be laughing at me. I know this is some kindergarten shit. But who was calling who names first? Did the man call y'all names first, or did you call him names first? Shout out to Mr. He Said, sir, y'all always have amazing content. Do you hear me? Amazing content, okay? Even when people try to duplicate it, they cannot. Shout out to you, my brother, and to your wife as well. Mr. He Said is in the house for the $2 super chat. And Mrs. She Said, how are you, my sister? Okay? Promoting conscious parenting with the Harrises. Always fire, y'all. Please make sure you tune in to Promoting Conscious Parenting with the Harrises, baby. Okay? Shout out to that family over there. Okay? So this is the thing. Who was calling who names first, damn it? Because listen, when he called her Pocahontas, okay? When he called her Pocahontas, I fell out. I was like, wait a minute. Who's Pocahontas? Okay? Who's Pocahontas? And I'm just saying, we got to get in here and say, who was y'all calling names first? Because I'm going to share something with you. And I'm not taking up for Trump. I'm not. Okay? But this man is a man that can say some shit. You ever had like that old, everybody got this one. Everybody got this one, because I had it too. When your parents get a certain age, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. When your parents get a certain age, now mind you, they have always had a wild mouth, okay, when they were young. But when they get older, like the filter is gone. You know what I'm saying? The filter is gone. Check this out. This is a prime example. I went to go do my mother's hair, right? Okay, I went to do her hair because you know we have a funeral coming. So I went to do my mama's hair. I walk into my mama's room first, okay? I walked into her room first. Now she know I'm still married to my husband. But I walk in the room first and she says, I knew the marriage wasn't going to last. Who says that? I said, Mom, what are you talking about? I knew the marriage wasn't going to last. You know, you got a nasty mouth. That's, nobody wants you. That's what she said. Then my husband came behind me. She said, wait a minute. You still married? I said, Mom. I said, Mom. Okay. I have been trained when it comes to my mouth. When it comes to my king, I don't be saying slick shit to him. Now everybody else could get it, but I don't say slick shit to him because my king taught me how to talk to him. So I don't say slick shit to him, okay? And I don't put him in any situation where he got to get out here and thump with somebody. I don't do that. Okay, because I love my husband. But when I walked into her room, now mind you, my mother lived with us for like 2 years. She lived with us for 2 years in Orange. Okay, she said she want to go to a home because she wanted to be around people her age and stuff. She wanted to be doing the beauty salon and all this because I put her in a nice place. She doesn't like it now though. She complaining about it now. But the thing is that when I walked in the room, she said, I knew it. They don't have no filter. Old people don't have no filter. Okay, they don't. They don't have no filter. And so now you have a man in the White House that this man is up in age and he don't have no filter. And I listen. I know I'm not condoning the stuff that he says. I'm not. Some of the stuff is not presidential-like. Okay, I'm not. I'm not condoning. And some of the shit is funny. But I'm not condoning the stuff that he does. But we got to ask who started it first. Because this man wasn't calling y'all out of y'all names until y'all started messing with him. I'm just saying. Older people, they just come out, they say everything. I'm even surprised that they were able to have Biden not say certain things because he's up in age. He should have been off the wall, like, you know what I'm saying? But they did. I don't know how they curved that. I don't know how. Because older people cannot hold their mouth. They can't. It's like they had already, they got the term, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Older people, black, white, Hispanic, once they get a certain age, they have the term, I don't give a fuck in their mind. So they'll just say whatever comes out their mouth. And Trump is no exempt. He's not exempt from that. And then he always talk like that. It's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? If you have a New Yorker, this is a bad combination. You have a New Yorker who all he hung around with was African American people, okay? He's a businessman. He's supposed to be a wolf. On the world stage and in business, you have to be a wolf. A wolf has to have the mind to eat the piglets, okay? So now you have that. That's a bad combination. You have a businessman. You have a New Yorker. And I ain't mad at New York. Okay? We right next to each other. I'm in Jersey. I'm not mad at New York. You know, I don't like when y'all be talking about we stink over here. Okay, well, y'all got like the most shit over there in New York. Okay? I don't like when y'all say that dumb shit. But, okay? New Jersey is the Garden State, bitch. New Jersey is the Garden State. Okay? Now anyway, let's get back to the talking. Now, you got a New Yorker. He done hung around with African Americans like all his life. Okay? All his life. Okay? All right? This man has done everything. Okay? And so now y'all done made him the president. So is he supposed to stop acting the way he been acting like all his life? Do you know he went on, what is his name? Is it Larry King? He went on Larry King's show. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey Ricky, how are you? Shout out to Ricky Williams on IG. Brother content is always fire, and also on YouTube. Okay, shout out to Ricky Williams. Guys, when y'all get time, please like and subscribe to this brother's channel. Always have amazing content. And listen, he quick to tell somebody you're a liar. You're a liar. Shout out to Ricky Williams. So now you have this man who you done put him in the White House. And so what he's supposed to do? He's supposed to change now. I gotta act presidential like he's supposed to change now. Now, I'm not condoning the stuff that he has said. I'm not. He has said some horrible things and stuff like that. I'm not here to condone it. But when you calling this man all out his name, what is he supposed to say? Is the gloves come off then? Because if you're telling me off and you getting indignant with me and calling me a thief and a robber and all this other stuff, you calling me a criminal and all these things like that, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to say you're a nice person? Okay? Am I supposed to get in here and say you're a nice person? Or am I supposed to say you're the real crooks? Okay? You're the real crooks. Okay? That's why Elon is in there doing nonsense with Doge. You're the real crooks. Okay? And now y'all up here trying to burn down Tesla. Y'all trying to burn down Tesla. Okay? If you look at the symbolism of this whole thing, all you could do is laugh. If you look at the symbolism of all this, all you can do is laugh because this is terrible. Okay? Shout out to Pat Bondi. I hope she put y'all under the jail. Okay? Some people even mentioned January 6th. But the thing is that if y'all knew the real understanding of what January 6th did, y'all would shake your head. How come Biden, okay? How come if January 6th was what they claim it was, okay? How come Biden, everybody who handled January 6th on the federal level, how come he gave them a pardon? What they need a pardon for? What did they need a pardon for? What was that for? What they needed a pardon for? Anyway, like I said to y'all, I don't agree. I don't agree with the stuff that Trump say, okay? I don't agree with some of the stuff that Trump say. I'm not here talking about, yeah, he's right. No, I don't agree with some of the stuff he say. I wish they could stop talking to each other like children, little kindergarten kids, the Republicans and the Democrats. I wish they could just get in here and do the work that America needs them to do. That's what I wish, okay? But that's not happening. So we got to watch this ghetto nonsense, okay? Now, here we go with, your favorite House of Representative, okay? Okay? With your favorite House of Representatives. Favorite House of Representative, okay? Jasmine Crockett, okay? Now, I put a post out yesterday, and shout out to Jay LaRaw. He said, take heed, that's what we call a governor. That's what we call a governor. And I said, okay. But is the House of Representatives supposed to call the governor that? I'm just saying, let's get into it. Here we go.
Hey, y'all. Listen, so if you've ever paid any attention to me, y'all know that I always have remarks and then something else happens. And so we gonna do just a couple of remarks and then something else gonna happen, and y'all just pray for me, because who knows what I'm gonna end up saying. There we go, the sorors are always in the building. And so it's crazy though, because Morgan decided that he wanted to steal some of my thunder, so I feel away. Because I like to tell my own stories. But nevertheless, I'm going to do as Auntie Maxine always is famously known for doing. She's always reclaiming her time, and y'all, we're a little behind. So I'm going to make sure that I give y'all some of y'all's time back, honey. But I have to say, it is an
question. Did Crockett talk like this 4 years ago? Did she talk like this 4 years ago? Or has it been 6 years she's been here? Did she talk like this before? She did not. She did not. Green beans, you're right. They are. She's the head of this nonsense. They're trying. You're right. You're right. I agree with you wholeheartedly, my brother. Okay. She didn't talk like this. She did not talk like this when she first got in here. She did not. But now we got to be hood and ghetto. Is that the good thing? Is that a good thing? We got to be hood and ghetto. Most black people, okay, for my Caucasian brothers and sisters, okay, some of y'all may have swung over to my content because I follow Officer Tatum or something happened that made y'all come over to my content. So for my Caucasian brothers and sisters, let me share something with you. Black people have two voices. Black people in my chat right now know we have two voices. And there's times where you use this voice and it's only for business. And then there's times where you use this voice and you use it for your family members and friends. And right now, she's on a stage full of different people. There's different people, okay? And the way she talking is not supposed to be, okay? I'm just letting you know, okay? Okay? You were raised in what? Where were you raised? Okay? Renee said, wasn't she raised in the suburbs? Yes. So that means you ain't even supposed to talk like that. Like our children, they were raised partly in a hard area in Orange. But we lived in Orange, but we lived at the Hill. So most things didn't happen on the Hill. They call it the Hill. Okay? So our kids were shielded from a lot of stuff. Okay? Then we came to the suburbs. Okay? We came to the suburbs. And so if you hear my children talk, they talk nothing like me. Nothing like me. So how is it that now you got a ghetto voice? How is that now that you got a ghetto voice, baby? Oh, somebody wrote something fresh in my chat. Oh my God. He said, keep what? Keep making eye contact. I'm almost finished. That's nasty. Oh my God. Okay, y'all crazy. Some of y'all have lost it. Anyway, thank you, 18, for hiding. So now let's continue. Let's continue. I want y'all to hear what she said. Here we go.
To be here tonight with all of you people I love, my friends, fellow fighters, and yes, the fashionistas too.
Okay.
I want to start by thanking you so much for inviting me here tonight. I don't know that y'all really know what y'all got yourselves into by doing the invite, but nevertheless, let me make sure that I say thank you to the fearless warrior and leader of this organization, the amazing, soon to be dropping the baby, Kelly Robinson. Now, listen, being a black woman in America is already a challenge. Kelly says, I'm gonna be black, woman, and queer, honey, and y'all gonna get all this greatness, and I am here for it. I am happy to say that not only is she a fearless fighter for each of you, but honestly, she exhibits why this country is truly great. So, Kelly, I love you. Then I gotta make sure that I holler about Todd as well. And I gotta say thank you so much to Todd as well. Thank you so much for pulling this together. And he was like, you know, she said she was gonna come through. Listen, Todd was on my back. Todd was like, now sis, we've been in these streets. I'm gonna need you to come through. I'm like, now Todd, I gotta go home, and the people's in my district, you know, the ones that sent me to, he's like, I hear you.
Where do she, because she did not talk like this, okay? I want us to understand this. She did not talk like this, okay? She said, and I had to go see the peoples in my district. She did not talk like this. Now, it's different if she was raised in the hood, okay? It's different if she was raised in the hood. But she does not talk like this, okay? I remember her first interview before she even got into the House of Representatives. She was saying, I am so proud. This is how she talked. I am so proud that, you know, that she was saying the senator, the House of Representative who was retiring, wanted to give her the spot, said that she saw so many good things in her. And she said, I'm so delighted. She said, I'm so delighted to take this amazing opportunity. So where's all this hood talk coming from, y'all? Come on now. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. Here we go.
But, and so, no, listen, I have had the honor of working with Todd behind the scenes. There was so much that went on in the campaign. And I can tell you that, you know, sometimes you meet people in this business and it's literally business as usual. And then some people that you meet and you recognize and you realize that they are going to be in your life forever. And I can truly say that Todd is one of those people. And then there's the guy that tried to steal my thunder for the night. That is Mr. Morgan Cox. And I remember when I there was actually an HRC event in Congressional District 30. For those of y'all that don't know where CD 30 is, it's Dallas. Because people be like, Houston, girl, you from, they just believe I'm from a big city. So they just go to the biggest one. No, I represent Dallas, and I have the esteemed honor of representing an area that we affectionately call the Gayborhood. I am also happy to say that I was always endorsed by Stonewall Democrats, and that was in my race for State House as well as my races for Congress. And I can tell you that Morgan has always been one of those people that will ask, what is it that you need? You know, a lot of people see you out front fighting, but nobody's really asking you, what do you need to maintain that?
Fighting what, though? Fighting what? What are you fighting? Because they said you only introduce one, they say you only introduce one piece of legislation. That's what they said. Now, I don't know if that is true, but that's what they said, okay? And the person who wants to run against you, he said that their town is tired of you. So I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm just wondering, what are you fighting? What are you fighting? What are you fighting? Because your own district is like, you don't do anything for them. So you think going up and being the face of Democratic Party that you're gonna be out here wilding because you know you think you're gonna get at Trump, you're gonna say whatever, and all you do is curse. In the beginning, you weren't doing that. You were not doing that. You were not doing that. Let's continue.
So thank you so much, Morgan, because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes. Right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move on because I got other people.
So now check this out. Is that your name, Nasty? Nasty, is that your name? I know you're a troll. I don't usually pay attention to trolls anyway. I know you're a troll. Okay, baby. This is for grown folks. Okay? You know that, right? Okay, this is for grown folks. You know you don't have to stay here, right? You know you don't have to stay here. This is a grown folks conversation. Okay? This is a grown folks conversation, baby. It's all right. You know, we don't have kindergartners in here. Okay? You know, you can scroll up. Okay? So now you have her getting up here. You have Crockett getting up here saying, check this out. You have Crockett getting up here saying, calling the governor Hot Wheels. Okay? Hot Wheels. Okay? That's what she got out there, calling the governor Hot Wheels. Now, their governor is in a wheelchair. And so you have a House of Representatives saying this. And it's funny. Okay? It's funny. Now, you had somebody in my comment section say, well, Trump had, talked about people and he said, stuff about people and they having a disability too. Okay, right. I understand that. I do. I don't agree with the stuff that Trump say either. Okay? So when we get out here and we're talking about everybody, the nonsense has to go around table. It has to go around the table. Because just like Trump got backlash, she gonna have to get backlash too. Because even though everybody calls him Governor Hot Wheels, why are you calling him Governor Hot Wheels? And only a few people laughed when she said that. Okay? I'm just saying. Only a few people laughed. Back in the day, if you say anything about someone who was in a wheelchair, baby, you'll be in so much trouble. Now, only time you get in trouble is if you talk about the small hat people and you talk about the rainbow community. Okay? Everything else is up for grabs. You can say whatever else you want to say on social media, but you can't talk about the rainbow community and you cannot talk about that. I ain't lying to you. You can't talk about the rainbow community. Okay? And you can't talk about the small hat people. Okay? Now, before, if you said anything about a handicapped person, baby, you was on, your channel got taken down. You was in trouble. The common sense stuff that we should get in trouble for. Okay? The common sense stuff you should get in trouble for. But no, we get in trouble for the stuff that don't make sense. So I wanted y'all to hear that, and let's continue.
This also hot in these streets. All right, got to make sure I got through all my thank yous because we're about to go off script. So I want to say also thank you to each of you for being here tonight, because your presence, your passion, and your persistence are what make this movement unstoppable. But tonight we gather under the banner of people, purpose, and progress. And so I'm now going off script, just so y'all know. This is where things may get a little off the rails. I know y'all are like, I thought it was already off the rails, child. But I'm gonna be quick, I promise. So first I want to talk about people. And one of the reasons that I said that Morgan actually stole some of my thunder is because one of the people that I love the most, honestly, the last time I was at an HRC dinner, she was on stage speaking. And her name is Libby. And Libby is a young trans girl right out of Texas. And Libby is actually celebrating her birthday today as well. And so, yes, Aries run the world. Mine is next Saturday. Yes. We are fire signs for a reason, y'all. And so here it is. Libby started testifying at the Texas House back when she was about 6 years old. And so here it was, they had the bathroom. You know, I actually went to the restroom and I was like, I'm confused. It say women and then it say everybody. What am I supposed to do? But we had the bathroom bills because, of course, policing bathrooms is where it's at. That's usually why most people are voting for their elected officials, because they're like, how good are you going to be about policing the bathrooms?
And this is the problem that a lot of y'all don't understand when it comes to those bathrooms. And she's one of them. And because she don't have children, okay? She don't have children. She don't have to worry about stuff like that. You telling me that in your mind, okay, that you think it's okay for a man who is dressed as a woman with a wig on and some heels to go into a women's bathroom, and there are other women that are in the bathroom, okay? And so it's okay. And the thing is that, and I'm not saying all of them are like this, but out of the bunch, something is wrong somewhere. Okay? You can even have someone that will get in there and they not be in their right mind and hurt one of those girls in there. Okay? But nobody thinks about that. Only parents who have, only people who have children understand that. Even with boys, check this out, even with boys, even when we would go to restaurants, when me and my family, we go out, and when our son was small, and my husband was not with me, say if I was by myself, maybe he was at work or something like that, and I took the kids out to do something, okay? I would stand really close by the men's bathroom and listen out for our son. And as he go into the bathroom, I would call his name. Are you okay? Is everything fine? Yeah, Mom. Yeah, I'm almost done. I want us to keep that contact, because once I hear him not respond no more, or the response sounds scary, okay, I'm going in there. Okay, I'm going in there. And I don't care who in there. Everything that's in that bathroom, I'm going to use to weaponize. Do you hear me? This is what I'm saying. You cannot even let boys go to the bathroom by themselves. But we don't like to talk about that. You can't even let boys go in the bathroom by themselves. When those kids get up to go to the bathroom, mama, daddy, you supposed to follow those kids to the bathroom. One of y'all supposed to follow those kids to the bathroom. You understand? You can't just continue eating like, oh, it's good. Not even McDonald's. Not even McDonald's. You better go close to the door and see what's going on. Not even McDonald's. But because she don't have children, she don't see anything wrong with that. That's why she always pushing a certain agenda. That's why her and Nancy are always clashing. She always push a certain agenda because, you got to follow that mean green, honey. You got to follow that mean green. All you got to do, this is how you know when your senators ain't right, okay? This is how you know when your senators and House of Representatives ain't right. When they start pushing a certain agenda, that means they getting paid from those people. You hear me? When they start pushing a certain agenda, they're getting paid from those people. When you hear certain senators when you hear certain senators or House of Representatives, right, talk about the NRA. Am I saying that right? NRA. When you hear them talk about the NRA and they don't want to push back against anything, you know they're getting paid from them. Okay? You know they are. Okay? If you hear certain senators get up here and they talk about the small hat people, okay, they getting paid from them. Okay, that's the whole party though. That's everybody, Republicans and Democrats. They all get. That's why every time something come out with the small hat people, we quick to sign a check and send it over there. Okay, that's the uncomfortable truth. But anything that gives them money, that's who they talk to. Okay, that's who they talk about. That's who they push. Let's continue. Here we go.
That's why we had so much drama with Sarah in the United States houses, because we had to make sure that we could police the bathrooms, y'all. And let me diverge just a little bit on that one too. Have y'all ever heard of Nancy Mace? I'll take that as a yes. So literally, right? Nancy was like, trans people, they the end of the world. She doing videos every day. She doing at least 100 tweets a day, all about the trans people, right? All at the same time.
She's not. That's a lie. She just doing nonsense. She's saying nonsense right now. Okay, I've seen Nancy. She doesn't do all that. This is crazy. But we got to get it. We got to get the people excited. So let's continue. Here we go.
The amazing Sarah McBride is swearing into the house. And listen, y'all, Sarah has more swag as well as more patience than I do. I'm going to just be real about that. And so, they changed the rules all because Sarah...
And she waving her hands. You know how we do that shit, right? Anybody who grew up in the hood, you use your hands when you talk. So she up there doing her hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. Listen, I grew up in the hood. Yes, I grew up hard, okay? But I also have a voice where I talk very professionally, okay? And I don't mess up on no words. I don't know why. But when I am in my own zone, baby, it will be me. But when I'm doing anything professional, you will hear, okay, my representative come to the forefront. Do you hear me? See, she's trying to come to the forefront right now. You will hear my representative come to the forefront. Because this is a place of business, okay? So she has to handle everything accordingly, okay? You hear that? So when my representative knows that I'm in a place of business, okay, she will come to the forefront. She'll say, baby, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry. I'm here for you, okay? So this is, you see what I'm saying? She has gotten near and found some ghetto persona. And she running with that shit. She done got some ghetto persona. Listen, watching those old movies back in the day. She done got some ghetto persona and probably TikTok and IG. And she running with that. Let's continue.
So Sarah's like, cool, whatever. I got my own bathroom I don't care. Fine. So literally, this is real life. I don't know if y'all knew this, so I got to tell y'all this because it is like too stupid to be true, but it is. So here it is. One day, and we have all these Signal chats. If you don't have Signal, get on Signal, okay? Do not trust that you get on Signal, y'all. So we got all these Signal chats. So we have like our Dem Women's Caucus chat that exists. And I know there's at least one person in this room that knows this story because she's in that chat. And so, I'm not going to say who, but someone was like, I went to the women's restroom today and Lauren Boebert was so rude to me. I was holding the door for Lauren Boebert and then Lauren, you know, is like rude to me and snuffling and walks off. But then it's also Lauren Boebert, so like, whatever. So I think that's kind of how most of us took it, right? Like, it's Lauren. And so, like, undoubtedly, Lauren thought that this cisgender freshman woman was Sarah McBride. She had gotten confused. So she runs out of the bathroom to go and get her big sister, none other than Nancy Mace. And so they come back to the bathroom trying to find Sarah, who ain't been in the bathroom. And then finally, like maybe an hour or two later, Lauren Boebert finally realizes that she got confused. And she goes to apologize to the member that she was rude to, who she was rude to because, but anyway, they're not even good at being like bathroom police. That was the whole point of the story. Like, you can't even do that right. Go sit down. So seriously, no, yeah. Truly.
But the question is, why is it a must that they need to use the women's bathroom? Why is it a must? I'm just saying, why is it a must that they have to use the women's bathroom? Even though she messed up, it wasn't the person she thought it was, okay? And that's some foolishness anyway. You know what I'm saying? But why is it a must that they have to use the women's bathroom, though? You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with that, and only because I have girls. Why is there a must that you have to use the women's bathroom? But you know, Sister Girl is in here. She gonna break it down. Let's continue.
You campaigned on being bathroom police and you fucked that up. So
that's how a House of Representatives talk. You heard her, right? She said you effed that up. Is that how a House of Representative talks? I'm just saying. She's at a dinner, you know, and so other people may not be accustomed to that type of talk. So I'm asking you, that's why I always tell people, like, listen, take heat, get in here, and I curse. I get indignant and everything. You know what I'm saying? Though if you don't like that, you got to scroll up. I tell everybody that, okay? But is this how a House of Representative supposed to talk? You are a House of Representative. You are a House of Representative. I'm sounding like Dr. Omar now. Why are you cursing? Why are you getting indignant? Let's continue. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
So I say this all to say, here was, we had Itty Bitty Libby who started testifying in the Texas House about the bathroom bills that we're going through. And then next thing you know, I'm running for the state house and I'm endorsed by Stonewall, and I get this phone call and it's like, hey, we really need you to meet this family because they are very concerned about whether or not their child's rights are going to be abridged and whether or not they will have a representative that will stand up and speak out and fight for their young daughter. And so I said, all right, like, I guess, like, hook us up, like, whatever. And so, and so they did. And
how old is this woman? She said, yeah, so just hook us up, like, whatever. You know, how old are you? I'm just saying. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. Trump say some stuff that you question his age. You like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in here because we roast Trump, so we got to roast her too. Okay? Now, listen to me. I don't like everything Trump does. I don't. Okay? I don't. Now, everything he has done so far, I'm rocking with him, except the Gaza thing. I don't like the Gaza thing. That's the gospel truth. I don't like the Gaza thing. But everything else, baby, I'm rocking with him, okay? I don't like everything he do either, okay? But, baby, you didn't talk like that. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? That's the only problem I got. Because you see how Trump talk. He been talking like that since he was rocking with the Dems. There's no change. Okay, the arrogantness, the way he crack on people, he's been doing that since he went to King's show, King like Larry King. He went to Larry King's show and told Larry King, they had to edit that shit out though, but he told Larry King, your breath stink, man. Your breath stink. We right close to each other. Do you have some gum or something? Do you need some gum? He went in his pocket, went there and gave him some gum. You at the man's show. You at the man's show. This was back in the day. He was at the man's show. Okay? Told this man your breath stink. The man invited, Larry King invited Trump, the young Trump, to his show. And he told him your breath stink. We too close together. You know how you be at Larry King live show? You know how they right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? He told him, he said, no, your breath stink. Your breath stink, man. Okay? So he said, I got a piece of gum. Now I'm glad they took that clip out. And now they run it now. So to show you how Trump talked back when he was young. So the thing is that this man ain't changed. He didn't change. This woman is doing some nonsense here. This woman is doing some nonsense here. Am I judging her? I'm judging her. I know some of y'all have smoke for me too as well. Because when Take Heed first was doing content, okay? When Take Heed first was doing content, what was I doing? I was doing, how you say this? Like, I was doing uplift videos. You know what I'm saying? I was doing, I know I'm saying it wrong, but I was trying to do motivation. There we go. I was doing motivation videos in the beginning, right? And our eldest daughter said, Mama, they gonna expose you when they find out. She said, Mama, you do uplift. That's what she told me. She said, Mama, you're good at uplifting, yes, but also correction. And also you don't play that shit. That's what she told me. She said, Mama, if you don't show these people your true self, when somebody catch you, or somebody from your past come out and talk about you, you're gonna get in trouble, Mama. Because you know you can't stay around foolery. You better just come out. So that's when I had just came out. Okay, and I just told y'all, listen, I don't do nonsense, okay? Because I went by what my daughter was telling me, our oldest daughter. She said, Mama, when YouTube expose you, baby, anybody who following you, you're going to get in trouble. They're going to stop rocking with you. So you just better be yourself. And that's when all the cursing had came out. Because I curse. I ain't going to sit up here and lie. Okay? I curse. But I can uplift you as well because I have that type of mouth that I speak life. So I be careful of what I say. Okay? When I'm trying to speak life over somebody. But baby, a correction will come out. And no, I don't care if you crying. I will. You did what? Especially when somebody come tell me I cheated on my husband, and so now you want me to do what? What you want me to do? What you want Take Heed to do? What you want me to do? What you want me to say? Oh, honey, it's okay. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say what? You did what? And then you came and told me, and you did what? Yes, I'm gonna be just like that. Just like that. And then I'm gonna ask you, what made you think that was smart to cheat on your husband? I'm not going to dance around, try to hug you and all this. Oh, I love you. There's a sister thing. No. That's when Big Mama got to come out and I'm going to correct you and shit like that. Because that's dumb. That's dumb. Because what happens is after you have cheated on this good husband, because most of y'all be cheating on those good men. So now once you had cheated on this good man, and now you have destroyed your marriage, okay? And now you got to know how hard it is to take care of children and stuff like that. You got to know how hard it is to work. This is when you come and say to me, Mama, I should have stayed married. Yes, you should have stayed married. But you decided to cheat on your husband. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those that get in here and be like, yeah, it's all right. No, I'm not. I'm not one of those. I'm not. Oh, I was lonely. I would have told you, bitch, get a hobby, damn it. That's what I would have told you. Okay? I don't, So let's continue with this nonsense. Here we go. Okay? So yes, take heed change too. Because I had to be myself. My representative was not helping the case. My representative is the one who was doing the motivation. Okay? And my daughter said, once they find out who you are, mama, your channel going down. That's what she told me. And she started laughing, walking away. Once they find out who you are, mama, your channel is going down. And I said, let me just be myself. Let me just be myself. So this is the truth. Take heed. Okay? This is what you get, damn it. Okay? This is what you get. I feel sorry for my husband sometimes. I do. Okay? I do. I feel sorry for him sometimes. But I don't know what he did in his past life that he got me. I don't know. I feel bad for him. Stop laughing at me, y'all. I feel bad for him sometimes. Let's continue with the foolery. Here we go.
Truly, Libby and her parents, Rachel and Frank, have legitimately become my friends and my family. And their young daughter, Ceci, is my boss. Because she's going to be the first woman president of the United States. But I say that all to say that they had the audacity to say, if you are going to run for office and represent this entire district, I'm going to need you to understand what it looks like to represent for us. And I want to say that every single person in this room needs to have that type of audacity. Because seriously. Because we live in a time in which when you have elected officials, they are so highfalutin. And it's almost like everybody else is peasants. When at the end of the day, we work for you. And I don't want you to lose sight of that. What you have heard a lot of tonight is about how much power the people have. And I just want to reiterate that because I honestly don't believe I can say it enough. When I say that the power belongs to the people, and it is time for the people to rise up and say, we are tired of this bullshit in DC.
You are part of the bullshit, though. You are part of it, though. Like, you tired of the like all these people, they about to have a rally, right? They about to have a big rally coming up. I think it's April 5th. You are part of the bullshit, though. Hey, Shay, what's up, baby? Sister 1973, what's going on, baby? Reds, I see what you put. You said, sis, our elders, they ladies don't curse for a reason. You eat to intelligent or I'm going to say it wrong. To use low vibrational coarse words. I think that's what you're trying to tell me. I understand what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying. But my big mama my original big mama, I want to share something with you. My original big mama, I did not see. She passed away when my mom was a teen. So my mom's eldest sister raised them. So my original big mama that I grew up with, she tell you she'll cut you too short to shit. So that was my original big mama. So that's the one that everybody went to in our family. And when she passed away, our family just fell apart. Okay. So I know we ain't supposed to be cursing. It's indignant and stuff like that. But when you've been raised around certain things, this is what you pick up. That's why I tell y'all, be mindful of what you say around your children. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids, right? Our kids, they know I don't tolerate certain things. They can't come tell me certain stuff. Nonsense. That's how I am. And they know that. Now, I can't help how I run my mouth. I be trying. It's hard. Y'all remember I was trying a couple months back to not curse. It was so hard, y'all. I ain't gonna get in here and lie. It was really hard, okay? And then something pissed me off and I started flying back at it again. I be trying, okay? But when it comes to business, I hold it tight until I'm finished the business and then I just go ham. I gotta do better. I gotta do better though. Okay, let's continue. Here we go.
So that's the people freestyle. Now let me get to the purpose so I can go and get to the end. When we talk about purpose, I can tell y'all that I honestly hate politics with every fiber of my being.
She lying. That's a lie. That's just a lie right there. You know what? We done. We done. We gonna leave her right there. We done. I'm gonna leave her right there. Anybody who wanna finish the rest, I'm gonna share with y'all on IG. Oh my God. We're done. We're finished with her. That's too much. She says she honestly hates politics. Why you're there? Why you there? That explains why you haven't done anything. That explains why that you only wrote up one I'm gonna say the word wrong. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. That right there shows right there why you just went up there to get rich. That's it. You just went up there to get rich. All of y'all, okay? From Republicans to Democrats, all of y'all are millionaires and multimillionaires. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave that right there, okay? We're going to leave that right there. Shout out to Mr. He Said for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. And let me get in here and give that. Here we go. Here we go.
Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Me said it, oh. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Come up to the checker line, bring up all your items. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home.
Shout out to Mr. He Said for that $2 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also donate to the channel. Now, I had messed up my time because we going into 2 hours and I said we was only going to do the hour and a half. I apologize for that, y'all. I apologize because y'all know we only do an hour and a half. So I apologize today. Please forgive me. Okay? Please forgive me. I apologize truly. Okay? Now, I want y'all to hear this brother. His name is Reverend Jordan. Okay? And he has a few choice words for Miss Crockett. Okay? I want y'all to hear this. Shout out to Reverend Jordan. Here we go.
I refuse to believe that Jasmine Crockett is a lawyer. This woman is too illiterate and too ignorant to be a lawyer. She said, first of all, she said that it was not a crime to come to America legally. Jasmine Crockett said that. So we know that it definitely is illegal, but she said it wasn't illegal, right? But she's supposed to be a lawyer. I refuse. I need somebody to show me the receipts. Somebody's gonna have to show me the receipts because I refuse to believe that this woman, Jasmine Crockett, is actually a lawyer. I mean, what law school did she get her law degree from? The McDonald's law firm. Where did she get her law degree from? This woman can barely. She's just ratchet and ignorant. So, are you sure she's a lawyer? I need proof.
Now, Rev, let me share something with you, Rev. Now, I don't think that's right now. I'm going to tell you something. I think what she doing that is all just, she trying to do Showtime at the Apollo. Now, do I believe that she doing Showtime at the Apollo? I do, okay? Because you never grew up in a hard area, okay? You never grew up in some foolery. You have always lived in the suburbs. Where did you get that voice from? Where did you get that voice from? There's only how you got that voice is if you was watching some movies or something, or you're into TikTok or something, or you following some hood ratchet woman. I'm just saying, okay? Like Take Heed. If you see Take Heed and her and her representative at the forefront. Some of y'all be laughing at me. When I do the commercials, y'all remember when I used to do the commercials? Some of y'all will bust out laughing. That's my representative. That's my representative. When some shit happen, my representative is there. Okay? My representative can be told all types of shit and she holds her cool. Okay? She holds her cool because she know what she trying to achieve. Okay? But when Take Heed comes to the forefront, that shit gonna go out the window. You better watch what you say to me. You better watch what you say to me. I'm just saying. Okay? So I don't want to hear no nonsense about her having her representative. I don't want to hear that, none of that foolery. Now, Sister 1973 for the $4.99 super chat said she hates it so much until she handling shoves. She handling what? Shoves out at the political. I'm trying. She hates it so much until she's handing shoves out. Okay. At the political mannerist factory. Now I'm gonna get that. I don't know. I'm trying. Sister 1973, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much for donating to the channel. I'm trying. I can't even pronounce the word correctly. Political, okay? And then you guys, listen, I'm trying. Okay? You said the shit factory. Why? Oh my God. I was trying. The words ain't coming out right. Please forgive me. Thank you for donating to the channel, baby. I apologize, honey. Okay. Hey, Henry, what's going on, baby? Okay. His lips, my heart. Oh, that's nice. His lips, my heart. Oh, that's nice. Baby, I don't know you, but thank you for the $50 super chat. Okay? I appreciate you. I don't know you, but thank you. Okay? I don't know you, but thank you, honey. I appreciate you for donating to the channel. Okay, this is my first time seeing you. Thank you so much. All right? Now listen. Sister 1973. Okay? Listen, sis. When you write something in here, okay? Let it be that Take Heed could say it. You know what I'm saying? Be nice to me. I thought we were friends. Okay? Be nice to me. I thought we was friends. Okay? Oh, you said I know you by his spirit. Oh, wait a minute. What spirit now? Which one? Because a lot of people call me a heathen. So I want to make sure which one. You said I know you by his spirit. Which one now? Because Take Heed could be a heathen at times. So I just want to. I want to make sure we got that right first. Okay, I just want to make sure that's right. Okay, listen. I listen. Okay, the spirit. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. I appreciate the spirit of Yahweh. Thank you. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you. Okay. Now, oh my God, I'm cutting up today. Okay. So, Sister 1973, okay. Now, this is what you're going to get today because you sitting up here giving me stuff that you know some words I be getting here and I get this thing messed up. So, this is what I'm going to give you today. Okay. This is what I'm going to. Okay, now, you know I love you, baby. You know I love you. I'm only playing with you. You know I love you. Okay. Now, we gonna get in here for the $50 super chat. Okay. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to play because it was a $50 super chat. And now you're gonna know that I'm a heathen now. Okay, you're gonna know that I'm a heathen also. Here we go. You gotta check that pH balance, baby. Oh shit. You gotta check that pH balance, baby. Oh. Okay, but thank you, baby, for the $50 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm just cutting up. Okay. Something is all right now. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Hey, wait a minute.
Something is in the air.
Wait a minute.
Tonight. Something smells fishy.
Wait a minute.
And we ain't eating fish.
Shay, what you say? I played this for my husband after the shower. King, come check this. pH balance. Ooh, wait a minute, Shay. Shay, you being fresh.
You need to get that pH balance together, baby.
Now you see 1970. You see 1973 talking about where my music at. Wait a minute. He said check that pH balance, baby. Check that pH balance, okay? Oh my God. Honey. I can't. So, listen, 1973. Okay? Listen, 1973. I love that year. Listen, 1973. Okay? Why do I love that year? I'm not going to tell you. 1973, listen. Okay? Listen. Okay? I don't know if we really cool. I don't know. Okay? I don't know if we cool. Okay? I don't know if we cool. So I don't know if we cool. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Okay? We ain't cool. I don't know. Now, I hope now you know this is a hard word now that just came in here right now. Look at this. I'm not going to say it right. Cornelius. Did I say it correctly? Did I get that right? Cornelius, I have never met you before, my dear. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Did I say that correctly? Because y'all know. I get in here and mess up somebody's name. Okay? Cornelius? Okay? Did I say it right? Okay? Let me know if I said it right, baby. Thank you. Okay? I appreciate you. Oh, Green Bean said yes. And you know what? Green Beans be the one that correct me the most in here. I can't stand him. Okay? So thank you, Cornelius, for the $20 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Okay? I appreciate you for donating to the channel, baby. Okay? Now I'm going to give this to you. I had just found this, okay, the other day. Okay? And I thought it was funny. Okay? So we're going to try it and see how funny it really is. Okay? We're going to see how funny it really is. Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
Call you handsome, just know I'm trying to hand some of this ass to you. Hello. And when I call you handsome, just know I'm trying to hand some of this ass to you. Hello.
I thought it was funny. Okay, now I'm not trying to hand nothing, but I thought it was funny, y'all. Okay, but we gonna get into something else. Here we go, because I want us to get the Walmart thing in here real quick. Let's get the Walmart thing in here real quick. There we go. Dale. Here we go.
Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Me said it. Ooh. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Come up to the checker line, bring up all your items. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home. Come up to the checker lines, bring up all your items. Walmart's closed and we wanna go home.
Oh my God. So Cornelia says, I know you are taken. I respect you and your husband. I have a Okay, okay, all right, no problem, no problem. Now, see, you know what I did? You know what I did? And I had, you know what? Oh my God, Courtney, what? Thank you for the $50 super chat, Cornelius. Am I saying it right? Y'all know I mess up the name real bad, y'all. I will mess up somebody's name real bad. Cornelius, thank you for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you. Okay? Now, Sister 1973 said, all right now, cash drop it. Now, Sister 1973, now you know you on the rocks with me today. You know you on the rocks with me today now. Okay? You on the rocks with me today. Okay? Don't get in here. Don't get in here. Okay? You know I got, listen, don't get in here. Okay? Now, Cornelius, thank you for the $50 super chat, my dear. I appreciate you. Okay? Thank you. Okay? And my king is watching, so I already know. This won't go well tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You gonna say something about that thing that I had just played too. I didn't know. So the song came out before he wrote that comment, y'all. Okay? But thank you so much, Cornelius. I appreciate. Am I saying that right? Yeah, I said it right. Okay, here we go. This is for the $50 super chat, baby. Thank you. Here we go.
That black people cannot resist singing. Stitch this out so I can see.
Not only can we not resist singing this, we all turn into actors.
We do.
And do multiple parts. You're going to sing everybody part. I know you are.
We do.
Don't believe me? Here we go.
Don't we sing that song? Come on now. Come on now.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home? Baby,
I'm trying to hold it in.
Yeah, I'm about to have a fit. Oh, it's about to be something. How did I get into this? Should've never came home with this. You know I'm dirty woman. I know where you're coming from. But baby, wait back. Hit the street, your is brand. Mr. Biggs, before you're done. Wait, how you know my name, son? Honey, wait, I was gonna tell you. Move this hand.
I was trying to hold it in. Y'all know we all get in here and do that. Y'all know we all get in here and do that. Okay? All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who's been donating to the channel. Thank you so much. I listen, and I'm clowning. I'm just clowning. Okay? Thank you to everybody who took time to donate their hard-earned money to take heed, just fooling around, okay? Cornelius, I saw what you wrote, baby. You said I'm only, no disrespect. I understand. Thank you so much, okay? Now she gonna get in here and say what I do. You see that, right? Sister 1973 got in here and said what I do, okay? What you do, let me show you what you did, okay? Let me show you what you did, okay? She said, what I do, okay? That's what she said, what I do, okay? And I have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with green beans today. Usually I do, okay? But I got a problem with you today, and that's it, okay? That's it, okay? Renee said, thank you for your time, Queen. Take heed. Baby, I appreciate you. Hello from Jersey. Hello to you too, honey. Hello to you too. Thank you to everybody who took time to donate to me today. I greatly appreciate it. I don't want to hold y'all no longer, okay? I don't want to hold y'all no longer because y'all know we usually do the 1.5. And so today we're doing 2 hours, 13 minutes so far. Thank you to everybody who showed up today. I appreciate everybody who hit that like button. Everybody who subscribed to the channel. Okay? And everybody who took time to donate to the channel as well. I appreciate all of you for doing, how can I say this? I appreciate all of you for being kind to me. Because I'm a stranger. None of y'all know me. So I want to say thank you. Okay? Because I think every content creator, when people give to you, and people rock out on your channel, even if they don't give, and they rock out on your channel and they hit the like and subscribe button, it's still a thank you from Take Heed. because you didn't have to spend your time and rock out with me, but you did, and I'm thankful. Takei will never forget anything that anybody has done for her. I never do. I'm always grateful. So I want to take time to tell all of you I appreciate you, and thank you for coming to rock with me once again. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmrexfashion.com. We also have Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. Okay? In my bio. Okay? If you want to shop merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay? If you're interested. Okay? Shop or store. And you will see hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. Okay? You will see all that. Go in there, check it out, see if you like something. Okay? But I want to share one thing with y'all before we close out. Let us stop promoting the hatred and the racism. Let us stop that. Let us stop that. Now, when it's done and it's wrong, that's when we need to speak about it. But let's stop getting up here and making ghost stories to scare the shit out of people. All Caucasian people ain't bad. All black people ain't bad. All Hispanic people ain't bad. All Asian people ain't bad. All Haitian people ain't bad. All Africans ain't bad. All of us ain't bad. There are some amazing people who are a part of this beautiful colors of the rainbow in here. Different colors of the rainbow. Even though they use rainbow for something else. But I'm letting you know there are different beautiful colors of the rainbow in this place. And all of us are not evil. So my brothers and sisters from every color, be mindful that you will encounter people from different races that will be racist to you. It is not just Caucasian people. It is not just black people. It is not just Hispanic people. It is not just Asian people. It's not just Haitian people, African people. In every culture, there are people who are evil and there are people that are good. And the ones that are good, we need to link up with them. There are some amazing people from different races that I know that when I'm in trouble, I can go to them and they'll help. Listen, from different cultures. Different cultures. That's why you don't hear Takei getting here acting up. Now, I'll tell y'all, yes, as a community, we need to stick together. But I'm not one of those that get out here and say white this and white that and all this other stuff. I'm not one of those. Now, I do at times say stuff, but I have people that I can call right now and say, listen, this, and they'll be like, don't worry, I'm coming. There's a woman on the block that y'all know I told y'all she the mommy of the block. She's Hispanic. I could go right across the street, sit in her house, talk to her. She'll feed me. We'll laugh. We'll conversate. And I'll go back home. When holidays come, I bring her gifts and stuff like that. Flowers, Mother's Day, all that. Woman is amazing. She's amazing. I love this woman. She's not from my community, but I love her so much. I be spying on her husband because her husband ain't supposed to be outside doing yard work, right? So when I see him come out there, I walk over there. He said, he called me by my government name. He said, why are you over here? I said, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. You ain't supposed to be out here doing that. Okay? That's why you have a gardener. You ain't supposed to be out here doing that. He said, I know you gonna tell on me. I said, I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna tell on you. Once she come back, I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna text her. Once she start driving in the driveway, I'm gonna tell her you were out here. You know what I'm saying? So I have people, okay? I don't care if he bored. I don't care if he bored. Okay? He has some surgery done. He ain't supposed to be outside. Okay? He ain't supposed to be outside doing that. The doctors told him. He knows that. So yes, I'm a snitch. I tell, yes, because I love the both of them and I don't want to see nothing happen to them. Okay, so yes, I'm a snitch. But I have people, okay, that are different races, different communities, I want to say, different communities that I love. I don't hate them. Y'all, we got to get out of this nonsense and stop letting our sisters or brothers pull us into this foolery. Because if it's there and we see it, then okay, let's get out here. Let's march. Let's talk about it. Yes. But stop making up shit. We got to stop making up shit. Okay? I'm just saying. That's what it is. Okay? Okay? We doing too much. It's too much. And Crockett, she got to go. Is she going too far? And baby, you got all that education and stuff. Why are you acting like that? You know you could defeat people with your mouth. You understand? You could defeat people with your mouth. Back in the day when you knew that a woman was highly educated, and a man too, they could dog walk you without cursing you out. You are a government official. Do you hear me? You are a government official. You ain't supposed to be like that. It's all right to be tough. It's all right to be tough and not back down. But the cursing stuff, like why? Why is all that? And you think it's some good? Why is all that? Get the hood talk. You got the hood talk. Okay. All right, the hood talk. But why the cursing though? You know what I'm saying? If you grew up around it, that's different. I'm not making no excuses though, because I got to stop all that cursing. It's too much. You know, that potty mouth, got to fix that. And I be trying, but some of the content that come out be crazy. And I just got to flip the hell out. But because, you know, talking to y'all don't help. Okay, a lot of these amazing content creators that are women, they get in here and they talk to y'all for years. They've been talking to y'all and y'all don't pay no attention. So listen, take heed. We'll get in here. I will love you. I will pray for you, but I will curse that ass out. I will curse you out. Okay, and so now we're tired of seeing this nonsense. Baby, you not ghetto. You not ghetto. You ain't grow up in the hood. You grew up in the suburbs. What is all this? What? And you ain't even doing it right. You ain't even doing it right. How you talking with your hands and you doing? That's not how you do it. And that's how you know it ain't right. That's how you know it don't even sway with you. You don't need that. See, watch this. Watch this. The next time I tell you something, you better get in here and do what I told you to do. You see that? See how that sway like that? You see that? You see that stuff you were doing? I don't even know, baby. I don't even know. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. That's nonsense. And you highly educated. You ain't supposed to be doing all that. You not. It's okay to be tough, but you ain't got to do all that nonsense, baby. Come on now. Come on now. But we know the them sent you, because that's what they do. They sent you. Now, this right here is for all my sisters. I want you to play this for your husband when he get home from work today, okay? This is what I want you to play for your husband, okay? This for all my sisters. This is a woman's channel anyway, okay? I want y'all to know that, my brothers. I don't hate none of y'all, but this is a woman's channel, okay? So, my sisters, I want y'all to play this ending clip for your husband, okay?
My Cookie by Kenzie Mazing. I have a delicious cookie. It's so tasty and sweet. But who will eat my cookie? Who will get my treat? Johnny, will you eat my cookie? I'm begging you, please. Sorry, Susie, but I can't. Would you quit asking me? Jeez. Susie continues walking, looking for someone new. And soon enough, she spots him. Look! It's Mr. Pugh. Mr. Pugh, do you like cookies? Mine's the best you'll have in your life. Thanks, Susie. It does look good, but I only eat my wife's. Poor Susie is so sad. What's wrong with her cookie? Surely someone wants to eat it. It's not like she's a rookie. Susie spots Sarah Johnson, the high school gym teacher. Surely she'll eat my cookie. She stops by the bleachers. Sarah, look at my cookie. Isn't it so pretty? Do you want to eat it? I promise you'll feel giddy. Sorry, Susie, but no can do. Sweets aren't my thing. If you got a roast beef sandwich, then you can give me a ring. Oh, look, it's Neil. He's the nicest guy. Surely he'll eat my cookie. It's definitely worth a try. Hey, Neil, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Do you want to eat my cookie? It's really just swell. Hey, Susie, thanks for asking. Your cookie looks so sweet. But I'm sorry to tell you this, though, but all I eat is meat. Then Susie sees Mr. Jim. She greets him and says hi. Hi, Mr. Jim. Will you eat my cookie? You're such a nice guy. No thanks, Susie. I'm sure your cookie's lit, but I'm not a fan of vanilla. I only eat chocolate. Susie starts to cry. She can't believe her luck. No one wants her cookie. It must really suck. Then along comes Andy Green, the city's engineer. He takes one look at Susie and dries up all her tears. What's the matter, Susie? Why are you so upset? I'm here for you now. There's no reason to fret. Okay. No one will eat my cookie, Andy. I don't understand why. It's so sweet and tasty. I wish someone would give it a try. Susie, I'll eat your cookie. Why didn't you just say so? I love eating cookies. I would never tell you no. This story is dedicated to all the cookie eaters out there.
So if you thought that this video that y'all just heard, if you thought this video was about something else, okay, and it wasn't about a cookie, okay, you a bad person. If you thought that the video I just played was not about a cookie or some food, you're a bad person, okay? You're a bad person. And if you're a bad person, raise your hand, because I thought it was about pussy. I never thought it was about a cookie. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. Y'all be safe. Okay? Y'all be safe. Y'all take heed to the message, everybody. You hear me? Y'all take heed to the message, baby. Oh my God. I can't. Everybody, y'all take heed.
Real big clap. All y'all freeze. One more clap.
What'd he say?
Bust y'all, please. Real big clap. Everybody shout. One more clap. Toot your booty out.
What'd he say?
Real loud clap. Everybody freeze. One more clap. Bust out, please.